Hi everyone, Kim here with Sunshine Creations and Crafts. I have to share something funny with you before I get started into the video. So for those of you who do not know me, I am like super dedicated to my husband and my boys, and I don't get to spend as much time in my craft room as I would like to. But it seems like I could be sitting on the couch watching TV or making dinner or whatever, and nobody wants anything to do with me. But as soon as I go into my craft room and I start a project, they're always coming in. So here's the joke. I bought this little sign. And I just thought as a joke for them, because I joke with them and I just say, oh my gosh, I've been in the kitchen for an hour and nobody's bugged me. And as soon as I come in here to craft, then you guys are in here bugging me. So I love my family very much, but that's why I'm going to put this on my craft door. So I think they'll get a big kick out of that. All right, so let's get into the good stuff. Was kind of getting burnt out on the minis that I've been making. I'll go back to it. But I went to Joann's on the Labor Day weekend and spent 2 hours just walking around the store. It was great therapy. And I saw these letters, and let me grab the F because we're going to do that on this video. They're like chipboard, cardboard letters, and I picked out the FALL. Had really no idea what I was going to do with it until 2 o'clock this morning. And I woke up and laid in bed, tried to get back to sleep, and I couldn't, but this is what I ended up doing. I'm sure you guys can relate to that, because I was crafting and creating in my head and couldn't get my mind to shut down. So what I did was I took some remnant scraps, and I used my pinking shears and cut squares, different odd sizes of the remnants. I had some brown felt, and I had, like maybe an eighth of a yard or a quarter of a yard. You don't really need that much for this type of project, but I had this here, and I had some little brown acorn. And then a while back I had gone to Joann's, and they have this one section where they have clearance stuff, and I saw these, and I thought, oh gosh, what a cute I don't know, quilt or something. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it, but they were just cute, and how convenient that they were already cut. So I bought those, so I ended up using the gold colored ones. Now, I finished the F, and I have not finished the ALL, but I did that intentionally because I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I did it. I used Mod Podge, and I put an abundance of it on the cardboard, and then used my sponge brush, I'm going to call it, and went over the material as well. So it's nice and stiff. It stayed on wonderfully. This came with it, and I was going to take it off, but I thought, well, what if I decide I want to hang it up? Then I can hang it up. And then on the back of it, I just literally traced the F on a piece of brown felt, and then I used my pinking shears and cut it and covered up the back, because this is what the back looks like, and to me it's not all the way finished, so that's why I put the felt on the back. Now what I did with this one was I took my white gel pen and I made like faux stitches on it, like so, which I ended up liking a lot. So the A is not quite done. I'm just going to show you how you come around here and you would put more squares. Now I used my X-Acto knife to trim off the edges of the overlay. You could probably fold them in and glue them down and then put your brown felt or whatever felt you want to put on the back. And then here's the L and the other L, which I'm not quite done. You can see I have some cardboard sticking out there. And as I mentioned, here's a piece right here. So you could fold all these in and then trace your L and glue your felt down, or just lay it out like that. I was going to use it this way, but just use your X-Acto knife on camera here and just trim it off. whatever. Or you could use your scissors as well. Just kind of finish it a little bit. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and F-A-L-L, fall. I was thinking about, I have some really cute gold colored daisy flowers that I may put up here in the corner with some green, dark green leaves or ribbon of some sort. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Should I add or should I just leave it the way it is? I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I need my paper towel. Mod Podge is a really super good glue. If you've never worked with it, I'm running low. And I've already cut some squares and pieces of some new stuff that I just got. I went to this place that we have in town called Beverly's, and they had these squares on sale. So I'm going to do my second fall letters in these here, which are gorgeous. So, alright, let's get started. Here's how you do it. Now, don't blink because, seriously, it doesn't take any time whatsoever. You're going to Mod Podge your top, and while it's still wet, you want to put your material on. So you're just going to pick out anything. Wrong way. And lay it down. And kind of angle it. Put a little under here. And then you're just going to literally, well, I can say literally, huh? Paint over it with your Mod Podge. Like so. I don't know how to edit my video, so I'm going to go really, really fast. And I noticed on the other one that I put a little bit too much Mod Podge, and there were some spaces on there that you could see it, the thickness, and I didn't like that. So I'm not going to put so much this time. And here's a brown one. We could put right there, and we just kind of angle it if we want to. And it can go over the other one, which is fine. You know, there's no rule here. If there is, I'm breaking them all. I am breaking the rules, baby. Okay, so get that there. Let's put this one down next. Get a little bit of Mod Podge on there. Bring it up here. And I can angle it, and I'll put a little piece right there. When I'm all done, you go back in and you kind of put your pieces together. Wow, you see that squirt all over the place? How funny. Okay, so, oh, let's put an orange piece here. And I think you're kind of getting the idea, right? There we go, and you're going to glue over the top. What's cool about this Mod Podge is you can put it on your piece of material and let it dry for a couple of hours. And then, let's say if you had with flowers or something, it stiffens it up so you can cut the flower out if you want. I actually did a card like that, where I Mod Podged the material and cut the flower out and then put the flower on my card. See, that would be too thick if I left it like that, so I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see, I think we need some of this here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece down a little bit. Layer it. Now I can see that this is not going to fold in correctly, so I'm going to snip it there. This didn't have any Mod Podge in it, so it was having a hard time laying down. And then I use this little scrap to go right here. Now I won't do it on this video, but when I'm done I'll go in and I'll also put pieces on the inside, because I think you're actually getting the idea of what I'm doing here. It could kind of get boring, so. Alright, so I'm going to add this, cross it over. I think I just went off camera, so sorry. Lay that down. Sort of like a collage. We're doing collages. Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you're too young. But another thing too I was thinking about that some of you may be able to relate to is how one of the classes that you took in high school that you're required to take was home ec, where you learned how to sew and you learned how to cook. Wow, I'm really aging myself, aren't I? I think I want to put the orange on there now. But it was quite a benefit to do that. We also had classes where they taught you how to balance your checkbook in high school. And they don't do that anymore. I guess nobody ever uses checkbooks. Just use debit cards. So what use would that be, right? But it's good to know those kind of things. I'm just going to layer that on top of there. I really like these colors. Oh my gosh, they're just so cute. We don't have actually a fall season per se where I live here in California. Like we might have a few trees that turn color, but otherwise, nope, we don't get it. Let's put an orange here. Now you can do more than 4 or 5 colors if you want to do that. Let me just, if you want to really brighten it up, and actually some green would have looked really good with this patch here. Should have got some green. Oh well. Alright, and then let's see, what do we should do? Some brown. I got 2 pieces there. Bring that over. Put a little Mod Podge in there. And this really takes, gosh, I'm going to say about a total of about an hour to dry. And to actually do the project, you see how fast I'm going. I mean, it's crazy. It's so much fun. Like I said, I've had these, since this weekend. And I was thinking, what am I going to do? I want to try and paint it, but didn't really think hand painting it was going to work for me. And then, so I came up with this idea. Little patchwork going on here. But you do have to make sure that your Mod Podge is completely dry before you put your faux stitching on, if you want your faux stitching. You don't have to, but I'm going to turn this at a different angle. There we go. So you guys will have to let me know if you like my little sign. I'm going to put up that I'm closed. Nobody can come in and visit me. Let me create. Leave me alone. Alright. See, that's pretty much how it goes. Put something on the bottom if you want, but let's fill that spot up right there. Little Mod Podge. Ooh, maybe we should put this there. Yeah. I'm going to keep one of these for myself, and then I'll put one on my table for the high school boutique. Or I might send it to my mom. She would like it. Okay, I think I've spent enough time doing this. I'm at about 13 minutes on my video, but you get what I'm doing here. And it's so fun and so easy, and you can even do one where you could, for Christmas, and do joy or, oh, I don't know, holiday or something like that. So I did get some Christmas material. They didn't have a whole lot. I think it's too early, but I got this, some holly, and I was trying to find a piece of material that would go with my red here, but couldn't quite find anything. So, all right, well, that is it for the F. I'm not going to do the rest of the letters on this video. If you have any questions, let me know, and thank you all for watching. Your patience is appreciated. It's worth it. Okay, thanks. Have a great day.